Evergrande's second biggest shareholder plans to sell their entire stake. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your cup of coffee. We're going to have a look at this article from Reuters discussing, Evergrande's second biggest shareholder is selling or plans to sell their entire stake. Now, before we have a look at this, let's just look at Evergrande's share price. We can see it's sitting at $2.67. So not too bad. It had a big jump, I think yesterday. Yesterday had a big jump. Not bad. But if we go, let's go out to, a year, a month, 6 months, a year to date, 1 year, 5 years, and then max. So, yeah, it's steadily, it looks like it reached its peak when? What is that? Hang on, let me just turn on full screen here. Yeah, back just before 2018, 2017, it looks like it peaked and has been just steadily going down since then. So, there you go. Now, who is the second biggest shareholder of Evergrande? So if we go here, this is telling us about Evergrande Group. Formerly Evergrande Real Estate Group Limited, is principally engaged in property development. The company operates its business through 4 segments: property and development, property investment, property management, and other businesses. The other businesses segment is engaged in property construction, the provision of hotel and other property development related services, insurance, and fast consuming products business. Through its subsidiaries, the company is also engaged in mineral water production and food production. Where would the synergy be between being a developer in the construction game or real estate and food production? I guess there'd be the logistics, there'd be the management side. Okay. They've got over 123,000 employees. So here, let's have a look here. The sales per business, there you go. Property management services, that's pretty high, but look at where all the money is. Property development, guys, 96.7%. So everything else, at least of 2020, is a bit of a joke, really, isn't it? We're hearing all these things about money going into soccer teams and all this stuff. Yeah, I've had mates in the game that have got their boats, they've got the footy tickets. A lot of it is just networking and relationship building. Do you think that could be what a lot of this is here, just at a much, much bigger scale? So we can see who the managers are. And if we scroll down here, the chairman, Kai Yan Hui, is the chairman, 62. And he is also the largest shareholder of equities of Evergrande at 70.7%, 9.3 million shares, everyone. Where you've got the next one down is Chinese Estates Holding. They have 859,000 shares, so 6.49% of the holdings. If we have a look here, and here's the holdings names. Evergrande Group Property Services, yeah, there we go. That's what they have. And that's where it's based. Good old Shenzhen, just next to Hong Kong. Just across the border. So with that in mind, let's have a look at this article, because if we're going to see, 6%, 6.5% of their shares going to the market, what's the volume here? Is this one going to tell us? Do we have the volume? Not really on this this chart. Okay, we'll have to find somewhere else to find it. It's all good. It's all good. But if you're going to shift that much stock, it's not like you're going to do a market order all in one instance. This isn't crypto. So, Evergrande's second biggest shareholder plans to sell their entire stake. Hong Kong Real Estate Holdings, the second biggest shareholder of embattled developer China Evergrande, said on Thursday it has sold $32 million worth of its Evergrande stake and plans to exit the holding completely. The directors are cautious and concerned about the recent developments of China Evergrande Group, including certain disclosures made by China Evergrande Group on its liquidity. Chinese Estates said in a filing to the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. With $305 billion in liabilities, Evergrande is struggling to meet its debt obligations, and investors worry that the rot could spread to creditors, including banks in China and abroad. Shares of Chinese estates jumped as much as 15.1% in early trading to Hong Kong $2.50, notching the biggest daily percent gain since June 2020. So think about it, maybe this loss that they've taken on the Evergrande. Maybe they made it back in the good news in the share market. It shows you shares. It's so much with the news and psychology, isn't it? You think it's all fundamentals. Oh, yeah. It's interesting. China Evergrande stocks soared as much as 32% in the biggest daily percent rise since listing in November 2009. After its unit said on Wednesday it had resolved a coupon payment on an offshore bond. So they've got 30 days to pay this offshore bond, and we'll have to see if it happens. Chinese Estates, which owns about 6.5% of Evergrande's equity capital as of September 10, according to Refinitiv Econ data, said it had mandated a sale of all or part of the remaining 5.66% Evergrande stake, either on the market or through block trades. The disposal mandate will be valid for 12 months from the date of a shareholders' meeting on September 23rd to approve the sale, it said. Chinese Estates said it had already sold 108.91 million shares, or 0.82% of Evergrande's issued share capital between the 30th of August and the 21st of September, for 246.5 million Hong Kong dollar, or 32 million USD. The company estimated that if the entire stake is sold, it will realize a loss of about $1.22 billion for the year ending in December 2021. Wow. $1.22 billion. There you go. So can Chinese estates handle it? Proceeds from the disposals will be used to generate working capital and for reinvestment when opportunities arises, it added. And $1 is $7.78 Hong Kong dollars. How long are they going to keep those Hong Kong dollars going? That's the interesting question. I should look into that. That would be interesting. If you haven't gone to Hong Kong, well, I don't know if it's ever going to be the same anymore. It's a great adventure going there. So, what's the solution and what's the takeaway to this, everyone? Well, let's have a look. Well, here we have already 0.82% of Evergrande holdings sold onto the market, and this is before it jumped up 30%. So they've taken a shave. They're looking at over $1 billion. What was it? 1.22 billion in losses. There are going to be some people that are going to feel this, that's for sure. Will it ripple through? Will it have an effect on the market? Will it spell the end of Evergrande? I mean, more and more people are talking about that it's going to be a controlled closure, managed shutting down of this organization. We'll have to see. And, I mean, there you go. There's a $1.22 billion loss in a related organization that's just copped it. We'll see. I'm still skeptical if it's going to be like a world-ending economic calamitous event similar to Lehman Brothers, but it will certainly have an impact on China, and that's going to affect economies like Australia that are highly reliant on China. Oh, well, guys, it's been good while it's lasted. We'll have to see if this filters through to a recession, perhaps next year. But we'll see if it's enough. Anyway, let's keep an eye on all of this. Take care. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Sign up for SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.